Scorpio, this is Crystal with Hattis Hierophant. I am your tarot reader. This is your reading for May 2020, and I owe you and your sister signs a huge apology for putting up your reading so late. I'm so sorry, and I'm going to commit to be better. That is a commitment I can hold true to, okay? Now, let's get on with your reading. The center of your reading is a major arcana and is that of the moon. Now, what I feel immediately, Scorpio, is that we are going to have some truths revealed to us, which it's not surprising. We have so many Mercury retrogrades that are happening this month, but not only truths, but you're also going to, like old relationships, old friends, like things that you thought were, the people you didn't think you'd ever hear from again, or situations you thought were squashed, they're going to resurface. And I also get that energy of don't quite take things as they look. Question. Okay? Now, let's go into your moon energy. This is where your emotions are, where spirit is working in your favor, or it's where you resonate. And this is also, they have a relationship. This is how they manifest into your sun energy. So let's look there. And the first one is the death energy, the Six of Pentacles, along with the Six of Cups. So remember how we were talking about past relationship, old things resurfacing, and how we were saying not everything seems as it looks. And that's, it's almost like you thought something was, like you thought it was so squashed that you thought it was dead. You thought it was like, you had no idea it was going to resurface, that we were going to talk about this again, that you were going to see this person again. Like, what? Yeah. Yes. I feel like that. Okay, listen to me, Scorpio. So if something resurfaces and all of a sudden he or it or they are like, we're going to need something from you, whether it's money, whether it's your time, or some old thing that they think belonged to them, right? Like I'm seeing so many things. I'm seeing like a pocket watch. I'm seeing a car. Like, yeah, that's mine. That's mine. I'm entitled to this. It's like, well, what? I've had this car for such and such years, and now you think it's yours? Who's been paying the car payments? Like that's the energy I'm feeling. Let's go on to your sun energy. And your sun energy is your ego, and this is where you show up, and this is how we see you. And I get that of the Lovers, which is Gemini energy, along with the Fool and the King of Pentacles. So when your sun energy and your ego, doesn't surprise me. A lot of my readings are really love focused, and when the Lovers card comes up, it gives me that energy of making a choice and having a decision that you can make because of this beautiful gift we have called free will. The Lovers card isn't one of we are bound together. This is one of you have a choice to decide if you want to go towards that thing where your heart is tugging you, or do you not? And some of you are going to go about your way and start a new journey and do something new and different with this Fool energy. You see, the Fool represents a beginning and an end. And then with this King of Pentacles here, again, I just keep going back to that energy of like someone's coming up from your past, and all of a sudden they think that if it's not your past, then it's going to be a young energy. And we'll see as we go on with the reading, but I am seeing like a child figure, right? A child, like an age difference to where they can almost be your child, and they're coming to ask you for this thing they think they're entitled to, and they see you as like the person that has all this stuff, so you should give it to me because you have enough. Like that's the attitude they're going to have towards you. And your immediate present, I have the Eight of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. Maybe that's how come they think you have money, because maybe you do, Scorpio. Things are certainly picking up for you. Things are starting to turn in your favor. I can certainly see that. Yeah. And because things are turning in your favor, right? It's almost like I want some of that. The thing is, they didn't see the part where you were putting the work in, where you were so focused. You were focused on making sure your finances were good, making sure your relationship was good, making sure, they didn't see all the work you've put in up until now. And now they think they're entitled to something? Let's see. So interesting. So very interesting. So I expanded on that death energy, and I have the 7 of Pentacles along with the Justice card. These people, this person, this entity that's coming to collect on, really, I feel like they just don't have any rights to it. And they feel like somehow that they invested. And what I mean by that is like, I'm entitled to this because I'm your kid. I'm entitled to this because I was in the will. I'm entitled to this because I'm family. I'm entitled to this because you have more than enough. Like that's what I'm getting. And this justice will not allow that to happen. Spirit is working on that for you in spirit. This is coupled with that death card. Death is ding dong dead. You will be justified. Now, when I expand on that 6 of Cups, I have the Knight of Wands along with the Hermit card. So when this energy comes to you full force, demanding what they feel like should be theirs, stay calm, cool, and collected. Let them do all the talking. Let them do all the receipt giving. Like they're gonna try to come with proof, which is gonna be nonsense. And some of you are gonna have to, it's almost like you're gonna have to bring in witnesses, you're gonna have to bring your own receipts, and you're gonna have to bring your own legitimate receipts. I'm hearing Scorpio, start doing that now. Like you already know. It's like, I feel like that you already have an inkling. It's almost like you ran across some receipts and you just started putting them together. Whether they're full-on receipts or if they're just, if it is a will or if it is like some sort of documentation, you have recently started putting it together. You didn't even realize that that's what you were doing. Spirit was guiding you. And for some of you, you're gonna start digging. Interesting. I expanded on that 6 of Pentacles, and I have the Page of Wands, Ace of Wands, along with the Strength energy. Honey, they're gonna come at you strong, Scorpio. And like I said, I feel like it's like a child, a grandchild, a niece, a nephew. It's someone in that age group where it's so much different from yours, to where they really do see when they look at you. And again, they don't realize that the reason why you look so successful, or the reason why you are so successful, is because you put your work in. And for somehow they feel like they deserve some of that, and they're gonna come at you hard. Just know that. Like they're gonna see you as the big ticket. And this is where you have to reach down deep in your courage, right? And that courage is trusting that you are making the right decisions, trusting that you owe nothing. What I give freely. It's not because I owe it to you, it's because I want to. I also get some Leo energy there along with Virgo energy there. I get Leo energy, mostly fire energy. I get a lot of fire energy there. I mean, you are fire. No, you're not a fire sign. I always get Scorpios. You know what? Scorpios, you guys are like undercover fire signs. Oh gosh, you're like, no, I'm not, because I'm a water sign and I'm proud of it. I hear you. All right, I expanded on the Lover's card. And I have the Sun along with the 9 of Pentacles. Now I see why. Scorpio, I don't know what's happening, but somehow, right, you're standing pretty. And you also have the Sun card here along with the Lover's card. Like, from the outside looking in, you look like you have you have your stuff together, right? Some of you Scorpios are really, as singles, you make it look good. When couples, right? People who are in relationships and they see a single person, they're like, man, I wish I could be single. Because they're looking at you. For some reason, you single Scorpios, you make it look good. You make it look delicious. Some of you Scorpios, if you have a friend with benefits, be careful if you do not want to have child. Just saying. Now, I expanded on that King of Pentacles and I got the Knight of Cups along with the High Priestess. And Scorpio, I feel like, listen, I almost feel like you have a special relationship with the High Priestess. I feel like that every once in a while, she'll let you take a look at what's on that scroll in regards to things for you and others. And for it to be coupled up with that Knight of Cups, be open to those messages that High Priestess is giving to you, whether it be in dreams or in sequences or coincidences. Yes, and you're going to see them. So for like example, if you walk past a building and there's a 222, and then you look at the clock and it's 2:22, right? And then a car drives by and it's NXR 222. Look for those and immediately start looking around and listening. See what your heart tells you, wherever you're resonating at that time, that is spirit connecting with you. And I feel like it's going to be something visible. This isn't going to be like in your dreams or in that delicious state of in between dreaming and waking up, right? It's going to be something you can see, even taste or smell, because it'll be very, very familiar. Like I said, it's going to feel like a coincidence, but it's not. It's spirit. All right, I expanded on the Fool card, and we have the King of Swords, Two of Pentacles, and the Five of Swords. I shuffle these cards oh so well between readings, and it's just amazing how close you get to your sister zodiacs. Because I believe that majority of those that I just named were in the last reading I just did, which I believe was Cancer. So interesting. And for this to show up in your sun energy, yeah, you have some decisions to make. Because like I said, this is different from the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is not having all the information and you have to make a decision based on not having all the facts. This is knowing what you have to work with and deciding where do you go from there. Do I decide to give this person this car because they feel like they deserve it? I'm not using it. Why not? Here you go. Now leave me alone. Or are you like, I'm sorry, I'm using this car and I have been for such and such time, and I've been making the car payments and the insurance and putting gas in it and having it repaired. No, you're not entitled to it. Maybe you were 5 years ago, but to show up today, I don't think so. What are you gonna decide? And this is the King of Swords who's like, those are the facts, okay? Perhaps you were entitled to it then, but the fact is, you can't come back now after you put zero work in and claim that it's yours. And unfortunately, at the end of the day, whether you give it or whether you don't, whether you give in, whether you don't, it's not gonna make you feel good either way, Scorpio, just know that. I don't know what advice to give you there. It's just it's a FYI. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna expand on your immediate present. Okay, now this makes sense. So remember the Eight of Pentacles, this work that you've been putting in, right? We have that Seven of Wands along with the Eight of Swords. They're almost making you question and like, why do I have to explain to you how much work I put in? Why do I have to explain to you how I got here? Why do I have to explain to you, who deserves no explanation? Because I've been doing this the whole time. right? It's almost like, Scorpio, I feel like that you're offended. It's like you're offended. Like, why are you questioning me about this? And you're trying so hard to keep your cool. Bravo. Really? You want to come compete with me for something that's already mine? And like I said, because we already have this energy that's in your ego, right? And because this is someone you love and care about and you feel passionately about, and for them to come at you like trying to take something that maybe it was theirs once upon a time, I don't know. But whatever the case is, I feel like that they didn't put the work in and you did. And now you're like, whichever I decide, at what cost? That's that energy too. At what cost do I lose this grandson, niece, nephew, daughter for this thing? But for this thing, would you gain? Really? Which is why we had this moon energy at the center of your reading. It's so like convoluted. Because you're really sitting there thinking like, is there a right answer? All right, I'm gonna expand on your moon energy. Maybe we'll get something. Honey, we didn't get any more clarification. I expanded on that moon energy. We have the Page of Swords along with the Four of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. Okay, so this is the message I got. So, and you know that Page of Swords, it's a young energy, which we keep, I keep feeling that. When this energy comes to you and you feel like I don't have a right or a wrong answer, and there isn't a right or wrong answer, but what you can do is I can teach you. I can teach you how to get what I got. I can teach you how to get there. And even if I don't have it, I know how to get it, and I can teach you and I can show you. I can show you how to save your money. I can show you how to invest. I can show you how to do without to get what you need and want. I can teach it to you. And some things you're going to be able to do, and some things are going to be challenging. Some things you're going to have to give up. Those things you think are so precious and delicious and I can't do without, yes, you can. And Scorpio, out of all, really, if we go down the route to where they're receptive to you teaching, some stuff they're just not gonna get. And that's okay. That's part of learning. And be open to that, because there's some things that you're gonna actually learn from them too, if that's the route you go. Now, that is it for your reading, but I want to pull an angel card for you. Let's see. It's beautiful. Faith. I know it comes up backwards, but I put it up there like you can actually read it like I do. Have faith, right? That it's going to work out exactly how it's supposed to. There is a teaching lesson here for everyone involved. Have faith in that. Listen, Scorpio, I absolutely adore you. Again, thank you for your patience. I upload weekly, well, I'm starting to upload weekly readings to my Twitter account, which is @Hierophant or @Hierophant. Oh my goodness. All these doggone social medias, I get lost. Anyway, I adore you.